Bitter criticism facing censorship, as you can see. As you cannot see. Maybe there's propaganda, but I'm pretty sure this is censorship against this very channel. Let's read Cgtn. Cgtn, top 5 from the highlights. Politics. March 1st, 2025. Xi Jinping stresses advancing peaceful China initiative to higher level. And there's a photograph from Chinese workers. Chinese police conduct aerial inspections using drones in Shenzhen, East China's Zhejiang province, April 9. They are in the port. Anyway, Xi Jinping, General Secretary of the Communist Party of China, CPC Central Committee, has emphasized efforts to promote the peaceful China initiative to a higher level. As you cannot see anything from the street. She made the remarks while presiding over a group study session of the Political Bureau of the CPC Central Committee on Friday. He called for continuous efforts to make the country safer, society more orderly, governance more effective, and the people more satisfied. It's interesting, all the windows are blocked. Maybe all this is for the sun, you know, because it's too much sun. But in my opinion, this is an exaggeration. This is just me, for me, not to record outside. She made remarks while presiding over a group study session of the Political Bureau of the CPC Central Committee on Friday. He called for continuous efforts to make the country safer, society more orderly, governance more effective, and the people more satisfied. Thanks to the constant efforts of the CPC Central Committee to enhance leadership and systems in national security since the 18th CPC National Congress in 2012.
Por tu seguridad y la de todos los pasajeros, no te sientes en el suelo.
China has successfully written a new chapter marked by the twin miracles of rapid economic growth and long-term social stability, she said. Interesting. China has successfully written a new chapter marked by the three miracles of rapid economic growth and long-term social stability. To adapt to the development and changes of the situation and tasks, the building of a peaceful China can only be strengthened, not weakened, she noted. Quote, a holistic approach to national security serves as a major guideline for advancing the peaceful China initiative to a higher level, which we must absolutely pursue, end quote, she said. Party committees and governments at all levels should work to lay a solid foundation for the long-term stability of the country by promptly and effectively addressing security issues, she stressed. Noting that Peaceful China initiative is not for the people and relying on the people, she urged efforts to effectively safeguard the legitimate rights and interests of the people, as well as social fairness and justice. Quote, preventing and diffusing all kinds of risks, a major task of building a peaceful China, end quote, she said, stressing the need to give top priority to safeguarding national political security. She called for strengthened work in fields such as disaster prevention and mitigation, cyberspace security, artificial intelligence security, and more, with focus on preventing risks in key areas. She highlighted efforts to improve crime prevention and control and to promote the law-based handling of public complaints.
Presione el botón cuando se ilumine.
He also called for upholding the absolute leadership of the CPC Central Committee over National Security and Judicial, Procuratorial, and Public Security work, and emphasized the need to leverage modern technologies to enhance social governance effectiveness. Li Yan, Vice President and Professor of Southwest University of Political Science and Law, shared her understanding and suggestion on advancing the Peaceful China Initiative during the group study session. Sources: Xinhua News Agency. There's a second news that says conservation and green transition in China's 14th five-year plan. This is a huge news, big news. And says ecological conservation. China's green transition has made notable progress in the past 4 years, driven by its ambitious dual carbon goals. Key sectors such as green energy, sustainable infrastructure, and low carbon lifestyles have been vast investment opportunities. By 2024, the ratio of days with good air quality in cities at or above the prefectural levels reached 87.2%, slightly short of the 87.5% target. While improvements are evident, continued efforts are needed to meet this goal. In water management, 90.4% of China's surface water met or exceeded grade 3 quality by 2024, surpassing the 85% target, reflecting successful efforts in environmental management. Forest coverage reached 25% in 2024, ahead of the target, showcasing significant progress in ecological restoration and carbon sequestration. China has also achieved impressive results in clean energy. Xinjiang Uyghur Autonomous Region's progress in clean energy development exemplifies China's stellar achievements in this field. According to data from the National Energy Administration, as of the end of November, total wind power installed capacity in the country reached 490 million kilowatts, rising 19.2% year-on-year, while solar power installed capacity surged 46.7% to about 820 million kilowatts. Since 2013, China's wind power installed capacity has grown sixfold, and that of solar power has surged more than 180 times. Additionally, Yunnan province has made strides in green transition, with over 90% of its installed power capacity now coming from clean energy sources like hydropower, solar, and wind. Since 2007, the plant and bird species along the once heavily polluted Jiangxi Lake in the provincial capital Kunming have risen to 303 and 175 respectively, while the number of fish species in the lake has increased to 26. The development of green finance is also accelerating. In 2023, the Agricultural Development Bank of China, the country's rural policy bank, increased its funding for green projects, including renewable energy and sustainable agriculture, supporting environmental sustainability in rural areas. Hydrogen energy development has made significant strides as well. In 2024, new policies were introduced to support the hydrogen sector, furthering China's goal of transitioning to a low-carbon economy. Plans for 2025. The green transition will continue to offer growth potential and business opportunities. Looking forward, China will continue to focus on reducing carbon emissions and improving energy efficiency as key components of its green transition strategy. There was a guy with a costume of death, I guess, or it was like a bird, a huge bird, or dead from I don't know which century. Why, I don't know. The guy always dressed like that. And let's just finish this news. Just this one. Plans for 2025. The green transition will continue to offer growth potential and business opportunities. So looking forward, China will continue to focus on reducing carbon emissions and improving energy efficiency as key components of its green transition strategy. Stricter regulations and incentives for adopting energy-saving technologies will play a central role in this effort. China's dual carbon goals remain a priority, with a focus on peaking carbon emissions before 2030 and achieving carbon neutrality by 2060. In 2025, electric vehicle adoption is expected to increase, supported by expanded infrastructure and government policies aimed at boosting market share. Eco-friendly industrial parks and carbon footprint reduction in urban development will be central to future plans, alongside the promotion of green technologies in construction and infrastructure. China's ongoing commitment to carbon reduction and energy efficiency will shape its green transition strategy, ensuring ecological sustainability as a long-term priority. The country has in recent years also trained more than 3,000 officials and technical personnel from more than 120 developing countries on ecological and environmental protection and addressing climate change, becoming a role model in South-South cooperation. Definitely. I always say this. China is definitely a role model because of communism. Well, this channel is a Trotsky's channel with input from Xinhua. There's a news about Zelensky and Donald Trump politics. Zelensky canceled mineral deals signing after heated spat. China manufacturing DeepSeek's open source weak open collaborative AI ecosystem. I'm going to read the two last ones. Economy. China's manufacturing PMI bounces back at 50.2 in February. There's a photograph. The shop floor of a gear manufacturing enterprise in Qingzhou Economic Development Zone, Shandong Province, China, March 1st. China's Manufacturing Purchasing Managers Index, PMI, came in at 50.2 in February, an increase of 1.1 percentage points from the previous month. Data from the National Bureau of Statistics, NBS, show on Saturday. Commenting on the PMI's data, Xiao Qingji, a senior statistician at the NBS, said that the resumption of work and production across enterprises following the Spring Festival holiday in February has revitalized business operations, improving economic vitality. The sub-indices for production and new orders increased to 52.2, 52.5 and 51.1 respectively, rising 2.7 and 1.9 percentage points from the previous months. The Shao said this indicates a rapid recovery in manufacturing activity after the Spring Festival and a rebound in market demand. The country's non-manufacturing PMI in February stood at 50.4, an increase of 0.2 percentage point from the previous month, while the composite PMI came in at 51.1 percentage point. PMI reading above 50 indicates expanding, while a reading below 50 reflects contraction. The February data show that China's three major indicators are all in the expansion range. I didn't got everything. I'm going to read the very last one now. No, the last one is just too big. It's 3 minutes, and I made some 5 minutes, and that's it. It's about DeepSeek. Later.